Hey Void. Okay, so a while ago I was working my way through this collection. I'm in the middle of like 5 collections right now, and that's even kind of before I took my long hiatus and everything. So bear with me on hitting the sequelitis stuff. Okay, but I did watch Paranormal Activity 3 before I got distracted from this one. I think that's the last Paranormal Activity I watched in this collection at that time. But yeah. So no, we're up to number 3. I've already reviewed part 1 and part 2. Paranormal Activity 3 came out in 2011, and when these were coming out, pretty much a Paranormal Activity year. Like, pretty much, I guess, taking over for the Saw franchise for the horror film of a year shtick, but as they continue to milk this thing to death. Well, now, I did really enjoy the first one and thought the second one was fine. The third one here, I actually really did like. I did enjoy the third Paranormal Activity film. So, this one is more of a flashback film. It is set in the past as well. Then the two sisters, Katie and Christy, are, well, just kids, and this is pretty much the event. They alluded to these events in the first movie, and now we're actually going back and seeing what happened. So, and what happened essentially involved, them meeting Toby, the invisible entity, for the first time, and he seemed to be highly fixated on, well, these girls. He seemed to live in this creepy little crawl space in the corner, and the younger of the twins seemed, well, fixated on him. But yeah, I guess their father was one who's into a bunch of video recording things, and he's starting to notice that something is a little off, and starts trying to record to see what's happening, and also begins looking up demonology as he realizes something is kinda off here. So it's pretty much more of the same if you've seen any Paranormal Activities. So this one got in before they got old, for at least for me, and this one actually had one of the more nerve grinding areas in it. While number 2 had the best jump scare out of the entire franchise, this one has the most nail biting moment, which is, for me, was when they tape the camera to an oscillating fan that's just going back and forth painfully slowly. So it's like, okay, it's just panning this room with the one character is way off to one side, and you'll be watching them. Okay, cool. This one girl is walking across the room and is going to sit at this desk. Then it just slowly goes back. Okay, nothing's there. Slowly goes back. Okay, we're still fine. Slowly turns it. Okay, there's a light that's now turning on. Oh no, we're moving away. Slowly comes back, and now there's a figure standing there, and we're turning away. Go back, and it's gone. It's just the waiting to see what you're going to see, and this is just you gripping the chair arms a little tight on this one. At least I was. It was getting me good for those. Overall, this one's just another entry into the series, sure, and it's a prequel that looks pretty well, but once it gets to the twist, I guess, in this one, where you're starting to figure out a little bit more about what's going on in the background of everything, for me, it is losing the steam a little bit. And once they bring the whole witch coven element into it, it starts falling a little off a little for me. So the next one where they emphasize that, I wasn't as big a fan, and which is probably why I haven't jumped onto part 4 yet, because I was only so on it the first time, so I haven't been in a hurry to revisit it. Well, I'll get to it at some point. But I guess the MacGuffin rating on part 3 here, I'm going to give it 6 MacGuffins. The whole series is, fine, so, well, after this we start, for me, getting into diminishing returns, but for the most part they're worth seeing at least once. Well, the first 3 are a solid trilogy. After that, take them or leave them. But, yeah. I guess that's all I really got to say on Paranormal Activity. At this point, you already know if you like the series or not. So, and I know this one's very divisive. You either love it or hate it. Me, I love found footage films, and I remember seeing these in theaters. 2011. 12 years ago. Oh boy. So I'm feeling my age already. The fact that how old this series is, and this still feels to me like a newer horror franchise. It's not. It's been pretty much done and over with for a while now. It's just a weird feeling. Alright, Void. I've got more to review, so I'll be seeing you shortly.